sir. Geeks all over the globe, God. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cuz We Geeks. We encourage you to stay geek, man. Listen, man, I'm feeling real dark and gloomy like it's noir around here. It's your boy, Real. Got the man that put Cuz in Cuz We Geek. We got Will in the building. We got the man that swear up and down he ain't cussing. It's Big J. And shout out to BA out there on vacay out there, man. Listen, we definitely appreciate y'all geeking out with your boys yet again for another episode. If you guys are into geek content, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button. Join us here every Tuesday evening, Saturday morning as we get our geek on. Talk about all things from Star Wars to DC to Marvel to it, whatever it is, guys. We talk about it over here on this channel, man. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, follow us over on Twitter as well too. All right, fellas, we got a good one today, man. Let's get to it, fellas. Let's go ahead and get into these quick hits. Now, I told Big J I got this shirt on for a reason, man. So check it out. Nicolas Cage will officially play, get this, Ben Reilly, not Peter Parker, in Spider-Noir. So much I want to say. So for those who don't know, if you remember back in the 90s, there was a comic book storyline of the clone of Spider-Man storyline. Probably one of the most, I would say, divisive storylines of Spider-Man, I guess. I mean, I was a kid when it came out. I thought it was, I liked it. I know a lot of people poo-poo it or whatever, but so there was a clone of Spider-Man in there that he thought he was Peter Parker, but eventually wanted to have his own identity, so he named himself Ben Reilly, of course, Ben after Uncle Ben. So his name was Ben Reilly, the Scarlet Spider, as you see on this picture right here. So that's who we have in this movie. As I for some reason, I guess we can't say Peter Parker in this show either. So we're using Ben Reilly. And they can't say Spider-Man. They say Spider-Noir. So, because what you think, man? You cool with this, man, or shut up and get my Peter Parker?
Shut up and give me my Peter Parker. This is the foolishness that is part of the foolishness that had Madam Web to fail. It's the fact of not having anything with Peter Parker, not having anything with Spider-Man, but you're trying to create a universe, a Spider-Man universe. So still going to watch it, but this is definitely a bad situation, I could say. Or bad situation. Just the fact of not having this particular, just changing this up. It's a Spider-Man show. Have Peter Parker in it. Stop trying to change stuff like this up. It's this actually makes me nervous. How they're going to end up doing it. If they would have kept it as Peter Parker and kept it closer to Spider-Man, then I would have been more comfortable. But now I'm getting nervous about this whole setup at this point. Big J.
I mean, they could have went with a Pavakar if then instead of going with Ben Reilly, that would have made you feel better. Going with the Indian Spider-Man. But
you trying to get the internet on shut down? I got you.
I would have liked it more. I would have liked that a lot more.
Chai is tea. No, but
Chai, you like TT?
My thing, I mean, it don't bother me as much. I mean, I think it's dumb. I think it's another one of those things where it's like we don't want to confuse people, but I'm like, clearly it's another universe, so it doesn't matter. I think people be more confused that there was clones back in the 30s or whatever this was set in, so that would seem more fantastical than just saying this was Peter Parker from another universe in another time. Because there's enough to separate it from the MCU that people are not going to be like, oh, I don't know, I'm very confused. Although I do need to say this, I love that Scarlet Spider outfit. That's one of my favorite suits.
It is. It is fire. Yeah, I hate he took that off and they put him in that. Well, I mean, the Spider-Man suit he wore was kind of fire too. But I do like this. I do like the Scarlet Spider one.
What you got, BA? Oh,
my bad.
No, to me, I think this is okay. I'm not poo-pooing this. I believe that this gives them, I guess, a lane to use a little bit, to use him more as an anti-hero versus a regular hero. not necessarily anti like Venom in a sense, but he's going to be using guns and things like that. It might not even be real bullets
Wait,
or
hold on.
whatever the case may be.
Is he though?
I would assume so. I would assume that Tommy come out at some point.
I'm hoping.
So
you
with
might have a point on that.
maybe with silk silk bullets or something like that in a sense, right? Not real bullets, but his own fabricated bullets in a sense. But I think it's gonna be something along those lines. And then now you have this version to separate from the friendly neighborhood version, which is Peter Parker. And I think that's a good parallel, I guess I should say. They know they had success with the anti-hero in a sense. Morbius is more of like an anti-villain. Like you know what I'm saying? That's a little different. And of course they fail with everybody else, but this is different, and I think it's going to have enough lore around it. I think it's going to have enough people like Nicolas Cage for some reason. I don't know. It could be the Beast. I don't know, but they like Cage, and to have a combination of that, I think people going to go on and watch this, and I think yeah, I don't mind the Peter Parker deviation here, and I think it'll still do well.
You know what, B? You got a point. I didn't think about it like that. I think this kind of saves the Peter Parker Spider-Man brand in a sense. It can be a little bit more, off the walls with it, like you said. Because if people don't know, Spider-Man, like he just said, Spider-Man Noir to use guns in the comics. So if he started using guns as Spider-Man, people gonna be the general audience probably be confused or whatever on what the heck is going on. But yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I was gonna say BJ.
So hold on. So we okay with them changing the name because people are gonna get confused.
So I don't want to hear it.
But we could have two Batmen in two different universes. Oh, that makes perfect sense because James Gunn said it. It's fine. But oh yeah, you know what? You're right. We don't want to confuse people. Oh, okay. I'm just saying. People smart enough to see one thing, but ain't smart to see the other one, huh? Okay.
To me, it's not confusion. It's just two separate brands.
Yeah,
that's
go.
me.
There you go. I guess it's what I meant too. Yeah.
The fact that he's wearing a trench coat and it's Nicolas Cage and it's set in the 30s, that's not good enough separation to be like, yeah, that's clearly not Tom Holland. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you probably have some folks who gonna be asking, why you not Tom Holland? He probably
Where's Madam Web?
Like
I don't see Craven anywhere.
Hold on. So was he Ben Reilly in the Into the Spider-Verse?
No.
So he was Peter Parker.
He was Peter Parker. He was a Peter Parker. Because Ben Reilly was in when they went to the nexus of all the Spider-Man. Ben Reilly was there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say because if this supposed to be like the Spider-Noir, he got him looking like the Spider-Noir from the Into the Spider-Verse. So I'm figuring, I thought, okay, so maybe his name was actually Ben Reilly or whatever. But I think I remember when they were introducing themselves, he did say his name was Peter Parker. So, okay. But no, I mean, what BA said, I agree with you on that one, BA. That do kind of make sense, man. I just hope the movie is good. I should say the movie. The show is good, man. That's what I really hope. But not only we got that news, we got this right here too. The Spider-Noir starring Nicolas Cage will officially release in both black and white and color. I don't like this one, bro. So this is what it looked like, y'all. This is what it's gonna look like. So I don't know about this one. What you think, BJ?
I don't want nothing colored on my TV. I needed black and white as God intended it to be. So we need that separation between the spectrum of colors. So that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Are they gonna show a trailer for both of these in both colors?
Well, here's the question though. A lot of times when they do black and white, like when they did the special presentation from Werewolf by Night, it allowed them to be bloodier and not get a TVMA ruling. So the question is, do they then cut back in what they film if they're gonna release it in color too? Because you can't have him, like you said, shooting up people and all that if it's gonna be, for the kids.
If we don't,
so
I don't know if he's gonna use guns or not. or whatever. But go ahead.
Well, just then why even call it Spider-Man Noir? Then make it just some other guy. That's what you would call it. Vigilante guy with no guns. That's what you gonna make this show. Make him Daredevil.
Vigilante guy with no guns.
Light. Daredevil light.
Daredevil light. He just uses harsh language with no cursing.
Vigilante guy with no gun. That's the longest name of all time. Man. Y'all thought Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were long, man. What you got, BA?
I'm curious on the color one. I don't even think the color is going to be in radiant color. This gives me Sin City vibes. Basically highlights of color, but still that dark overcast in a sense. So I think you're going to have that version and then the black and white version. I don't have this being as colorful as a James Gunn project or something like that. Nah, man, this is gonna be dark, man. It's gonna stay dark. So, yeah. So that's what I think. I'm thinking real Sin City vibes, and then straight to black and white vibes. So I'm okay with either one.
So when are they gonna release them at the same time? So you get an option.
Might as well. Yeah.
What you got, cuz?
One thing that I'm thinking about is if it's going to be kind of like the Godzilla -1 setup, where the main setup is the black and white, and then the secondary release is the color, just so that it won't give you the same touches of it, but it's just it's your offshoot of it. Because the black and white, it just felt better, and it was different than what it was in color when it comes to the Godzilla one. So that's the only thing that intrigues me is with them having the black and white as the primary and then the color one as the secondary. So it's intriguing.
Did any of y'all watch Werewolf by Night in Color?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Did you like it? Was it?
No, I liked
the black and white was better.
Because actually, the black and white was like you said, it was done like Sin City because they did have like the jewel was red, even though everything was black. And so I liked that better. I like it was more stylized that way. So yeah, I would prefer that versus, and like I said, it allowed them to be far more violent because they did have to, I think, adjust the rating when they did the color one. I think they had to be TVMA or something.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna watch this in black and white because that's kind of what he was in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse or whatever, right? So I don't know. That's gonna be interesting. Like I think you said it's gonna kind of have like that kind of like light, glossy, dark tone to it, kind of like an old soap opera type of look to it or whatever in the color. Or it's gonna probably look just like how Werewolf by Night was when it was in color. It's gonna kind of look like that, kind of have like that kind of like matted color to it, but it's kind of glossy like or whatever in certain aspects or whatever. So I mean, I'm gonna definitely watch it in black and white. I thought it was gonna be straight black and white. This news just dropped, I think, a couple of days ago that they were gonna do both in color and in black and white. So it's gonna be interesting, man. I might glimpse over there and see what they're talking about in color for a little bit, but I'm definitely watching it in black and white. All right, y'all, let's see what we got next, man. Check this out, y'all. Confirmed teams in Avengers Doomsday. Let's look at these teams real quick, man. See if BJ gonna be hating on them. Check this out, man. So this is Captain's team. So I think they cut off some of these pictures on here too, by the way. So Captain America's team is Chris Hemsworth, Paul Rudd, Ant-Man, Thor, Loki. Then of course Captain America himself. You got Falcon, and then you got Shang-Chi at the end down there. They got him cut off and doing my boy dirty out here. Then the Thunderbolts got, of course, Bucky, Yelena, Century, Ghost, U.S. Agent, and then your boy, man, David Harbour's character. What's his name? Red Guardian. Yeah, Red Guardian. And then we also have the Fantastic Four. You already know who the Fantastic Four is, man. Then, of course, you got the X-Men. I don't see no Wolverine and no Deadpool on here, Big J. I got, well, let's see. I think they missed somebody on there, too. No, they got everybody on there. Okay. But, yeah, so those are the groups right there, y'all. Just going to get y'all opinion on these, man. What you think, BA?
Just the fact that I guess Captain America can land Loki and Loki and Thor on the same team. That's significant upgrade to what he was bringing to the table without them. I'll say that. So I guess separating the teams the way they did. Like I said, we've seen this before. We've seen this in um, Infinity War and all that. So they're going to find some way to separate, and some certain factions are going to meet each other at a certain time and stuff. It's the Russo brothers, so I'll trust them. But it has to be streamlined. It have to make sense, and you can't have cluttered scenes in a sense. And we want that. Or who is Gamora? Why is Gamora? That you want those kind of moments throughout this thing in a sense, right? And we're gonna see if we can get it. But I like the separation of teams. It was kind of obvious, except for Captain America's team. Like I said, I didn't know who exactly was going to be on this team, and there's no Hawk yet. So I'm interested to see what happens to the Hawk after Spider-Man. So. Yeah, I know they separated the way they're supposed to separate. People going to die though, and that's what I was looking at this whole time. When I was looking at these teams, I said, hey, "Yeah, that person can go. That this whole team is going to go bye. So that's what I was really paying attention to. So when I look at this, that's what I was kind of crosshair myself.
I thought they said it was gonna be 16. That's only saw 4. But what you got, Cuz?
I like it. Yeah, kind of like what BA was saying. It was kind of expected that they were going to have to have it set up as teams going fighting different battles as well. It's especially with how massive of a project it's going to be. Russo's. This is just part of the Russo game, having them separated and going to different spots to be able to fight. And then, once people start to die off, you'll know for sure who will be getting replaced once it comes to after Secret Wars, essentially, with the new cast member as well. So it's going to be pretty fun to watch. Who, if it was to be 6, what would you have thought would have been the other 2 teams?
Wherever Doom got and
the Void team. And
yeah,
Doom's
probably.
Team.
Yeah,
I got you. Okay, what you got, Jay?
I think BA is gonna be happy because I think all the Thunderbolts are gonna die except for Bob, because that's the weakest of all the teams. That they got nothing. There's a bunch of super soldiers.
They ain't killing Yelena, bro.
That team has 0 chance of making it through intact. I can see Red Guardian going. I can see
He's going to sacrifice himself.
U.S. Agent going for sure. Ghost probably can go. Like I said, that team is going to be killed on sight. Even the Fantastic Four might kill them, and then they benevolent. They still they might just kill them for showing up on GP. But I mean, like I said, that too. Like I said, if it wasn't for Thor and Loki, and I mean Shang-Chi to some extent, Shang-Chi with them rings. I mean, his dad had lived 2,000, 3,000 years with those rings, so he got some power with him if he knows how to use them. Now, he's not gonna use them like the real 10 rings, but if he was, then he could do all kind of magic stuff. But
bro, you think they're gonna reboot it and actually make it back to the 10 rings, or you think they're gonna keep it like it is?
Only if they bring back Fu Manchu. We need the racism. We need the long mustache.
Bring back the real man, bro. I want him to be like greenish blue or whatever. All that. I want the real man, bro.
I wonder if they would shrink go through a fight and they end up shrinking to where they
be real rings, actual rings.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that'd be fire. But they all gonna be doing the same thing though. It's like they're not gonna be, because the rings of the comics, all 10 rings did something different. Or
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what it should be.
Yeah, that's what it should be. But Marvel. All right, y'all. Let's see what we got up here next, man. Check this out. Here's our Batman right here. Shout out to BJ. Brennis Lenar says he's practicing his Batman voice for a possible DC role, man. You see that picture right there, BJ, man. Man, we'll let BJ see that real quick, man. BJ, that's your Batman right there, bro. That's your Batman, BJ. Listen, man. What you got on this one, though, Cuz?
Hey, get ready, my guy. That's People's Batman. gotta get ready to fight the League of Owls. So I'm looking forward to it. I just hope he doesn't sound like he smoked a pack of cigarettes, like a 10-pack of cigarettes a day, and let it be a little bit more clean than that. But it's making me excited. I'm just waiting for the word that when he roll out at some point as Bruce Wayne on stage next to James Gunn, and it's gonna be fun. That's what I'm looking forward to. So yeah, he's the people's Batman. It's happening.
He gonna be Batman. I'm telling you, bro.
What you hating on, Big J? What you got to say?
I'm telling you, it's James Gunn. He's gonna be cast as Man Bat just to troll y'all or Batmite. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna make him one of them two.
I would like to see Man Bat in it.
It's gonna
be wild.
What it's really gonna be is it's gonna be his cousin who he's gonna make Batman, because it's all about his family. Everybody, his family, and all his friends. So it's gonna be his cousin Robert Gunn.
First of all, he not Van Diesel from Fast and Furious. It's about family, man.
Look at every movie he's ever done. His whole family in every movie. His mama, his cousins, everybody in every movie he ever did.
He said his mama, his cousins,
his wife, everybody. So that's what it's gonna be. I'm telling you. He's gonna cast. It's gonna be Robbie Gunn. Is gonna be the new Batman, and Michael Rooker gonna be Damian Wayne. At 72 years old.
Yeah, talk some sense in your boy, BA, man. What you got, man?
There's no need to talk sense. This is the sense. Those two photos are enough to tell you that it's happening. The dude Paws is jacked over there. Like that's not a non-Batman role.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's not doing a magazine dreams or something like that. Like, no, this is Batman. This is what he's getting up for. That's muscle, Paws. And and like I said, why are you practicing your voice? Like why would you?
I was just about to say,
you know what I'm saying? James, it was no need for him to even quote that or nothing like that. So this is James Gunn probably telling him, give him something. How about you give him that? And that was enough. It is what it is. This is our guy. So we just better just get used to it. Now we just got who's Damien? That's what I'm looking at. And it's not going to be no 60-plus-year-old James Gunn partner. I'll say that. But yeah, that they have to land that as well, because he's going to be the future. So we'll see.
Now, I was gonna say, why you gotta practice his voice when he already got the voice? Now he need to practice his Bruce Wayne voice. That's what he need to practice.
Yeah.
Practice your Bruce Wayne voice. Like, remember how when Kevin O'Connell used to have a different type of tones to his voice when he played the Batman on the animated series and stuff? That's what he's gonna do. Kind of lighten your voice up a little bit as Bruce Wayne, but then keep your regular voice as Batman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but yeah, this BJ, I think I'm ready to put your hot toys on it, BJ. It's gonna be Batman.
This guy.
Like, this dude looked like Bruce Wayne, man. Just took him right out the comic, bro, and just put him in real life. This is Batman. So you thought Henry Cavill was born to be Superman? Like Superman pulled him out the comic? Mm-hmm. It's your Batman right here, man. It's gonna be your Batman. Nah. Speaking of Superman, Big J. So we got to look at Supergirl's suit here, man. So they got the belt and everything a little different here than it did on the movie or whatever. So, I mean, it's a little bit more detail to the blue part of the suit and all that good stuff, man. But what y'all think, man? What you think, BA?
Yeah, it worked. I don't know what it's Supergirl. It looks nice to me. Were we expecting like an extremely different rendition? Like, this is not as egregious as the Superman trunks, I should say. That was new. That was a travesty. I think they failed that. So I think they wanted to get this one a little bit more accurate, a little bit closer to it. So yeah, I like it. I like it. It's nothing too crazy about it.
And then of course I got this right here. It's the logo, the official logo of the movie. So you can talk about both of them at the same time. What you got on this, cuz?
Dip logo, suit, looks fine. wasn't expecting too much on it, and wasn't expecting for it to be much of a change for the movie. A slight change, but I didn't expect it to be anything too wow. And it's to me seems close to being comic book accurate as well, going to be close to it, and that's what they've been working on outside of what they did with the Superman trunks. Is try to be more and more comic book accurate. So I'm liking it. It's what they do. One thing that I am happy of is the fact that these studios have become or more cognizant of it. That people don't mind them being closer to the comics. They don't have to have their own stuff to try to stand out from the comic books. It's like that's your source material. Use it, lean on it, let it help you. The source material is what pulled everybody in. So use it as a way to just help grow what you're creating, your creativity as well. So I'm liking what they have going so far with it. BJ?
So on the costume, I think it's better than the Sasha Calle Supergirl costume. I like this version better. I mean, I didn't mind her costume, of course, but I do like this one better.
I
the
know you didn't
logo-
mind. I know you didn't mind.
Sorry. Nah, I mean, nah, she's not my type of. But anyway, nah. What I was gonna say is the logo was fine. Like I said, it's just like any other Superman logo. I mean, hers doesn't seem that much different than his at all. So, like I said, we just need to see what the movie's gonna look like, and kind of that's gonna be the biggest thing is the story. And like I said, my big thing is cinematography. I think it'll be cinematic, but I got to look at who's directing this one again.
Crap. I forgot the man name.
I'll find it in a second because I just want to see what his stuff looks like.
Yeah, because a lot of times directors have to get their own cinematographers and stuff.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'm trying. Oh, Craig Gillespie. Who is he?
Was that his name?
Huh?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh,
Australian. What is he made?
Mad Max.
I, Tonya. He made I, Tonya.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Cruella.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a storyteller.
Yeah, he's a storyteller, bro.
Friday Night. I mean, but I'm trying to.
Yeah, Corella is better than I thought it was gonna be.
I'm just trying to think of anything he's made that looks amazing or looks like definitive. Like I don't think he has a look. You know what I'm saying? Like how some directors have like Baz Luhrmann. What's the dude that did like The Fifth Element? Luc Besson. They all very great they work great with cinematographers, and so they have great. And I think you need to nail it once again. Supergirl is not an overly popular character, and so you need to tell a good story, and you need to have a definitive look. I mean, James Gunn has his style. He's got his detractors. I'm not on board with everything he does, but he can shoot a beautiful movie. And I didn't agree with that Leica Trimar camera he used, that lens where he was trying to keep the focus.
Fishball.
That's probably the whole thing I didn't like. I mean, I could deal with that too. You're right.
Because it made him what's his name, David Cornswell look cockeyed most of the movie. Whenever they showed the close of him flying, it looked like his eyes was in 3 different directions. So I was like, dude, it doesn't look good. That's why everybody thought, I didn't know he had a lazy eye. Why Superman got a lazy eye? You know what I'm saying? So they got that they need to fix. But other than that,
you think they'll take that out the next movie?
They need to, because everybody clowned on that. I know he was like, "Oh, this is gonna be great," but I'm like, everybody clowned that stuff whenever they show the pictures, and I've seen even with the new hot toys and stuff that have come out for Superman, and people actually posed him with the eyes to the side, trying to recreate the look he had on the movie. So yeah, they need to stop that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you think they changed the name of Supergirl because James Gunn's next movie is gonna be called Man of Tomorrow?
I mean, they should. They should probably just call it Supergirl and then not go with the.
Well, no, they are. I'm just saying. Yeah. Remember, it was Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, like the comic, right? Mm-hmm. So I think they might have You think they took that part out because they got Man of Tomorrow was going to be his next movie, or you think he just?
Yeah, I'm sure that's probably what they did because that'd be confusing. I'm sure that's probably why they did it. Even though the fans are
Then
the
you got a
smartest
man
people,
and a woman tomorrow.
the fans are the smartest people on earth, but I'm sure he took it out because he didn't want to confuse the fans.
Dang, one say woman, the other say man. I'm confused.
Oh,
Help me understand,
are they together? Because they're both from tomorrow, so I don't know.
bro.
They
Let me ask y'all a
cousins.
question.
Is
Let
this
me ask y'all a
Alabama?
question too. Are y'all cool with his suit? Not the trunks, BA, but the suit in general. Are you cool with like how it looks more like a it kind of looked like one of the Guardians of the Galaxy suit, but just blue. Y'all cool with that? Or y'all want it to be more traditional, where it's more kind of spandex-ish? Because I don't know. I guess because she's smaller, like her suit looks. I like that. It looks good. I guess because it's more fitted. I guess it just felt like David Corn sweats are kind of like a sweater on him or something. I don't know.
Yeah, his suit.
A lot of fabric.
Well, his suit was like the thing is when he moved and stuff. Like sometimes his suit would bunch up because it wasn't tight and it wasn't form fitting. Like Cavill looked like they just painted his suit on basically, but the other one, like I said, his looks like cloth, and like I said, they didn't clean up in CG and post production and that. So, because like a lot of times they'll do that, like if the clothing isn't fitting, they go like they did that with what's his name with Captain America with the cowl when old boy had the cowl on when he was flying because it was moving all around. It would bow out from inside his face, so they went and cleaned all that up in CG, so it didn't do that. Because that's the kind of stuff you need to do, to make it look good. Otherwise, it looks stupid when he's moving his head. They should have done something to that effect, or just worked on improving the suit so that it worked. Well, I think they did it so it'd be comfortable for him to move around in and be in all day. But I think, like I said, it needs to look iconic to some extent. His did not look iconic. I know they went with like you said, the trunks to try and do the luchador thing, and he wanted to look kind of silly so that he would be more relatable and not scary because he didn't want to look like a god. But I don't think they nailed the suit for him. Like I said, I think her suit looks cool so far, but like I said, they didn't nail his suit.
I think. I mean, I'm just guessing here. I think that they saw what was going on with David's and probably did some changes on her suit to make it look more. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, her suit is more fitted and she could. I don't know. It looked more spandex than David's did. Because like I said, I know
might get updated.
I hope
going into the new movie.
I hope, man. Let's hope. But we got one more here. Well, two more. Scarlett Johansson is in final talks to star in the Batman 2. What do you think she could be, Big J, in the Batman?
I don't know. By the time that movie comes out, she's gonna be about 62. So I don't know. But didn't they say somebody said that what's her name was leaving? Kravitz. They said she was leaving.
Zoe.
Well,
she wasn't gonna be Catwoman.
She is leaving. She's not gonna be in part 2.
Yeah.
No, I thought they just said she's not gonna be in the movie. I don't think she's leaving. I think she's not gonna be in part 2.
That's what I'm saying. She's not in part 2. I think that people were thinking that they may be casting her as like a replacement Catwoman or another version of Catwoman to go forward.
Vale.
That's what
I don't think they're gonna do the Vicky Vale route.
You don't think so?
I don't think they're gonna go to Vicky Vale right. He don't seem like the kind that would even have a girlfriend. He's more emo incel type, not Playboy billionaire.
They don't have to be dating, but it could have been just like the intro,
Nobody believe that. Look at
that. Rachel Dawes.
Once again, he don't look like the kind that has loved anybody ever. He's sitting in his back.
You know what? Thank you for saying that, Ro. That was the worst thing about Christian Bale in that series was goddamn Rachel Dawes.
Which one? Did they have two different Rachel Dawes?
They did.
No, he's saying character in general.
I know, but I'm saying they switched actresses during the movie.
Yeah, they did. But no, we can say that'll be it.
Anybody see Master the Phantasm?
Yeah,
animated movie.
That's that.
Batman '93.
Yeah, that room was going around.
That's her. That's her. You don't bring in Scarlett Johansson for a fly by night role in a sense, right? It's just a quick hitter. No, you're gonna bring her in to be a star because that's what she is. Whether you like it or not, in a sense, right? Especially coming off of her last successful project, which is the Rebirth, right? So yeah, so she's a star, and I was like, well, what female lead could be that, and then maybe she can go away. Like she might not want to sign a Marvel deal with DC. She might want to do one movie, maybe two, and that's it. She don't want to be tied down in a sense. And I was like, Matt, that's it. That's her. Because that Bruce Wayne in that movie was a young Bruce. Like they was going back and forth as in him pretty much going through that. Should I be Batman? Should I not be Batman? Like he was in that crosshair in the very beginning. I couldn't stand him because he made him look weak. But a lot of people love that vulnerable side of Batman. I particularly did not need to see my Batman looking like that. That was trash. But I understand. And I was like, okay, because she was that love of his life that he was about to give the whole thing up for. But then she had moves too, like she and her father and that dynamic and everything. So and it fits to. I don't know how they're going to tie in the Joker with this. That being said, um, I understand that as well. And probably their ages match. I know they're not going to be the same age. Like they're probably going to do something different within the movies itself. But I'm quite sure Robert Pattinson and Scarlett Johansson is about the same age. So it won't look weird on top of that. So, to me, I'm targeting that, and I don't think she does anything else. People started to throw out Poison Ivy and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like, that sound good. But nah, she played. Once you saw her in Marvel with the red hair, I was like, that's her. When she first came on the scene, so I was like, she's perfect for this role. So we'll see if they do it. But to me, that's the one that she's locking in on.
Okay, what you got, cuz?
Yeah, I can see her. Yeah, it has to be a major role. Wouldn't. Yeah, she's not replacing Zoe Kravitz. That's a whole different character. Nah, it's a whole different character. I don't think she would fit that role. I mean, she could play it, but I don't think that's for her. They would have her do something else. I like it though, bringing more star power to it. It just sucks that they see they should have already had her on here, that it could have already been getting this filmed and getting it together. But it's we're here at this point, so better late than never, I guess. At some point we'll get it done. Hopefully before she hits 60. And looking forward to it.
Oh, did you already go, BJ?
Probably.
Look, I kind of go on what you just said, B. Kind of go on what you said though, BA. So there was a rumor that the synopsis of this is like Batman's going to kind of be kind of having some doubt as to being Batman or whatever. Bruce going to have some doubt or whatever, that if what he's doing is the right thing type of thing. So when you said that, now it's kind of starting to make sense that they probably is the route they could be going. And, she is an action star. She can't pull off action. So that'd be interesting, man, to see if she's going to be the, Mask of the Phantasm. Like that's gonna be crazy, bro. They go that route, and like you said, it could be something where she can do that one-off movie, bro, and then keep it pushing or whatever. So, you piqued my interest there, B. I think you might be onto something. Yeah, I don't think it's Poison Ivy, bro. I don't think it's Poison Ivy. Because she's gonna have to control plants and all that stuff. They're not gonna do nothing like that. It's gonna be more grounded. I heard people saying, "Oh, they could just have her just like do with the poison part." It's like no, but her job, her power is to control plant life, like not just poison. You know what I'm saying? So, no, that wouldn't work. But BA might be on to something, man. We're gonna probably come back to this, man. 10 years down the line when the movie come out. And and be like, B was right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, they're gonna push it back about 15 more times, man. You know what I'm saying? All right,
after GTA 7 come out.
Gotta work on 6 first, sir.
That's what I'm saying. After GTA 7 come out, that's
why he said 7. We just put emphasis on
it. Let's see what this last one is, y'all. Check this out. A new Men in Black film is in the works, with Will Smith being eyed to return. Cuz don't break out to no song and dance or nothing, man. But what do you think,
I don't know. It's been forever since they've had anything, and it's just like him. If they're doing it, are they handing it off to a new group? Because that's what I thought they were doing with the old one. Because it had Chris Hemsworth, and I forgot the lady's name. That was the doctor. That's what it just seemed like it was a handoff. So is this the official handoff that he's doing? Going to bring in another star to take over the franchise, give us another movie or two, or what? So that's what I'm wondering, if it's going to be a new set of movies that's coming out with him, or if he's going to star in it to bring in someone else to take it over. So that's what I'm wondering.
what you got, Big J?
Well, so here's the thing. So Tommy Lee Jones is 79 years old, and they just announcing this movie. So they'd probably have to bring Josh Brolin, who's also in his late 50s at this point, to reprise that role. So, and Will also is 50 something. So I don't know. I think, like I said, I think this is a two-part thing. I think this is an image rehab for Will and a cash grab. One last cash grab to cash in on that IP. You look like Wendy over there for a second, Brian Woodhorse. So I'm just saying that's what I think. Those are the two motivation factors behind this movie. Let's rehab Will's image with a likable character that we can go back to for him, and let's get some cash in because we need to cash out on this whole IP right now because we got to make the same movie 84 times.
Cash in and cash out. Right?
Yeah.
What you got, BA?
We're not gonna not like that's just what it is, right? If you have a somewhat of a successful franchise, you're gonna try to milk it as long as you can, and this is just another rendition of it. And Will ain't going nowhere. So he's going to maintain this because, like you said, he needs it. He's no longer that guy in Hollywood anymore. Like he's not the guy. So if it was something, I wouldn't be surprised if another Independence Day movie come out soon. That's just what he needs to get back to. So with that being said, it will be some type of young, fresh blood in here because you need it. And I don't know what on-screen character meshes well with Will Smith at this particular point in time in his career. Of course, you like I said, you got to be young, so it can't be Martin or nobody like that. I mean, I'm just saying for Bad Boys. It has to be somebody that's hot, that's up and coming and things like that. So I don't particularly know who. I know damn sure it ain't his goddamn son, so we're gonna call it what it is for that. But his son does look like an alien from time to time, so that he might slide that in with this whole project. But Tommy Lee Jones, man, shout out to Tommy Lee. He's going to probably be like the old dude from the first movie, in a sense, give him like one or two good scenes, and I'm out of here.
We don't
need Tommy Lee through this whole thing. We don't need Tommy Lee through this whole thing. We don't need him through this whole thing. He can go. And that's it, man. I ain't got too much for that. Like I said, I'll watch it. I'm a Man in Black fan. I still do the if I'm sitting down at an office or something, I'll slide the table over towards me just so I can write what I need to write. You know what I'm saying, at the doctor's office. So I still do that. So it's a lot that I picked up from this movie. But no, shout out to Will. Go ahead on, try to rehab your image. This is the process of it. And we'll see who else gets cast.
You know what? I would be fine. I would be fine with this if they just rebooted the whole entire franchise. It is a recognizable IP. You know what I'm saying? It's a recognizable IP. Like you said, it does feel like they're trying to rehab his image or whatever. It does feel like a cash grab. But with all that being said, man, they need to reboot this. Unless, I guess, like what Cub was saying, like, are you going to usher somebody else in or whatever to be the new group? Is Will Smith going to be Tommy Lee Jones now? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on with this? I don't like this idea at all, bro. Unless you saying we finna reboot this franchise, and I'm not talking about how they did with Chris Hemsworth. I'm talking about the actual Men in Black in New York City. That's what we want, right? if they rebooted to that with a younger cast or whatever, or J and what was he? Not L. J and K. They get a new J and K. Hey, I'm on board, man. But for this, I don't know. Like I'm gonna watch it, but if you ask me up on the surface, I'm not like, yeah, go do this, man. It's like a great job, a great idea, or whatever. But
So you're no longer a Will Smith fan. That's what you're saying?
well, no. It's not that I'm not a Will Smith fan. It's just that's played out now.
You don't think
like,
Will can carry a movie?
No, no, he can probably still carry a movie. I'm just saying, like, just the premise of him being that same person from back in the 90s or whatever, bro. Like, just reboot it and get a younger cast or whatever. You're gonna do it that way. Don't just try to make something up, because when you did that, that's how you end up getting that new Men in Black movie that came out, or Men in Black 3 that we want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So just reboot it. You got the IP is popular. Just reboot it and get a younger cast. That's all you gotta do. But
see, and my only thing, and I'm not trying to have too much of a back and forth. It's just that the reason why the original, Jesus Jay, the reason why the original Men in Black was as successful as it was, because it was Will. It was Will being Will in a sense, right? And just his mannerisms, his comedic timing, his physicality to the role. So it's like I said, when you say reboot it, it's like it's hard to redo what Will did, because it's Will. Will sold Men in Black. You know what I'm saying? And the dry comedy that was Tommy Lee Jones. It's hard to get that over again, in a sense. Like who is that guy to do that? Like it's not too many actors that you can say, oh, you know what? Give him a whole role and he gonna dominate the whole entire thing. It's hard. That's why Will Smith was 101 for a extremely long amount of time. That's my pushback to it. It's hard to find a younger Will Smith to carry this franchise, because it's not too many Will Smiths out there.
But you want to know why that is? I watched a video about 6 months or so ago when they were talking about how over the last 15 or so years that studios have transitioned from movie stars to franchises and IP, because it's cheaper to keep the franchise and the IP than to have to pay a ton of money to the movie star. So they're not building up movie stars. They want a bunch of unknown actors to play these roles and then keep rehashing the same IP over and over again, versus investing in an actor and turning that actor into a star, because the actor could leave and go sign with another studio. But if they own, Men in Black, they can make Men in Black movies for the next 30 years. Will Smith could be dead, and they could be, Men in Black on Mars, or whatever it could be. So that's what they're looking at is, we don't want another Will Smith. We don't want somebody that's going to make $20 million a film or $50 million a film. We want somebody we could pay $800,000 like they did Henry Corn. I think Henry. I'm sorry,
no,
David Cornswell. David Cornswell made like $350,000, $400,000 to play Superman, and that movie made $600 million. That's what they want, because we don't want to have to invest in you. We want to invest in IP, because we can own that. We can't own you.
Which is why I was saying
legally.
You got a popular IP. Like, if you're gonna break the movie again, just reboot it. You know what I'm saying? Because the IP is popular on its own. You don't need, like Big J just said, the age of superstars or box office superstars. It's non-existent now. Yeah, look at The Rock. Rock's like one of the last ones, and now he don't make money like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Now it's about the brand or whatever. It's a popular brand. Everybody know it. Everybody doing a dance out there. You know what I'm saying? A little Men in Black dance, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're doing all that. So I mean, I think they can get away with it, man. If they just reboot it. Hey, get your boy, what's his name? What's the boy name? A-Train. Get A-Train playing Big BA. What's up, man?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Get it?
Not even close.
Okay, what if you get A-Train, right? And then you get
Caleb McLaughlin.
Oh, who's it? Who's it?
Black kid from Stranger Things.
I'm
trying to think. We're going in the wrong direction, guys.
Timothy Oliphant. He could be K. What's up?
You talking about? Hold on. Are you talking about A-Train from The Boys? Or are you talking about another A-Train?
Yeah, A-Train from The Boys.
Reggie Franklin.
Yeah, for Jay.
What's the actor's name though? Jesse T. Usher's the actor.
Yeah, Jesse T. Usher. Yeah, that's his name. Yeah. Can him play Jay? Get like Timothy Oliphant, somebody like that. He got that dry, witty type of humor and stuff. Put him in there for K. Let's turn it in, BA. Damn it, turn it in. Let's go. What we doing? BA want to turn it in. Look at him. Now I'm holding on. We turn this.
Not my agent J. Hashtag not my agent J. That's what you're gonna get from me. That's what you're gonna get from me.
I can see it right now online. Just randomly.
You already know. Not my predator, not my agent J. I'm standing by it. Who the hell is this guy?
All right, y'all. Let's see what we got, man. Let's go ahead real quick, man. Show some love to old Playback.
Thank you to our friends over at Playback for this segment. Pause. If you're tired of the national media and the annoying ways they sometimes cover sports and other events, give the Glow Sun Production channel on Playback a try. We cover new and old school basketball, wrestling, and geek culture. And just recently, we've added boxing, mixed martial arts, anime, and even video gaming. So if you have time in your busy day, give our channel on Playback a look and check out some of our replays while you're at it. Another special shout out to our favorite at Playback. Back to the show.
Yes, sir. Let's get some of these questions, these comments, man. We can call it a morning. Shout out to Salami, says, what's up? He also said Scarlett Joe knows how to find a chick. Yeah, man. I think she said she's been on the four of the major franchises so far, man. BA's favorite being Jurassic Park. He also says, yeah, I see Will taking on Tommy Rowe, a grizzled veteran with a past that broke him. He said he has a past. He had to pass it off to the next star. I don't think Hollywood is ready to make him the lead. I mean, we're gonna see, man. Like I said, the story here is saying that they got him attached to whatever in some type of way. So I don't know. We're gonna have to see, man. See what they do with that. I guess they kind of want to go back to what worked because remember that last Men in Black movie, that what we call Men in Black International or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. I went to the movies and saw that, bro.
That was you trying to fill in. You
was your
trying to
favorite
fill in.
Yeah, that. Hey, but that movie in general.
Chris Hemsworth's off of Ragnarok. Yeah, both of them coming off of Ragnarok. You think that's gonna be a good movie?
That's a
You got
time.
Men in Black and Ragnarok together.
Yeah,
it was trash.
Yeah.
It wasn't trash because of them. That movie in general, the plot and everything was trash. I got lost from the beginning. I'm like, what is going on right now? They tried to. I guess they tried to like shoehorn in the fact that the group, the last one was terrible, Slum. They tried to shoehorn the actual Men in Black group or whatever from New York or whatever, man. It just it didn't work, man. Like I said, go back to New York, man, and just reboot the whole thing, man. In my opinion, but BA said bring back Tommy and Will Smith, man, and let them be those little hover rounds, chasing aliens and stuff.
Not Tom. Just Tommy for one scene. That's it. Make sure you get it right. One or two.
Hey, y'all, I'm
get
here.
Him up out of here.
Okay, now get out of here. You done? Come on, Will.
And now I'm going. There we go.
Hey, they got to bring L back too. Bring L back, man. Don't do her dirt like y'all did last movie, man. Bring L back. But yeah, man. Listen, that's pretty much gonna do it for us today, man. We definitely appreciate everybody geeking out with your boys, man, for another episode. Listen, we'll be back here on Tuesday. Y'all go watch Welcome to Derry. We're gonna talk about that on Tuesday. I don't know if there's some other stuff that came out too, man, that we didn't fit
Warner
into.
Brothers.
I mean, did y'all want to talk about Warner Brothers?
We can talk about we can get to
Okay. What you think about it, bro?
Significant tie to us.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna do.
What you think about it, cuz?
I think it was lesser of the two evils between them and Paramount. I think if it would have went to Paramount, it would have been one of the worst things to happen. It's already bad because corporate consolidation is terrible, but it would have been a lot worse with Paramount. So, but yeah, I'll be ready for Tuesday.
I mean, Universal was involved too. They were bidding for it too. I see Universal was bidding on it too.
Well, yeah, like I think Universal would have been the least because I think they could have been able to split it. Well, it got split right now because it is Warner Brothers Studios. Your TMC, your Discovery, your CNN, all of that isn't part of it. They got just Warner Brothers, so the Warner Brothers part of it. I think with Universal, they could have been able to be a little bit more clean. I still wouldn't want Universal to have it, but my whole thing is having more media companies than available instead of having consolidation because it allows for more opportunities for consumers. It keeps prices down, and also employees to have a better chance for jobs and opportunities. So the consolidation is terrible. But it all depends on this regime.
What you just said, because what was the two main things? The first thing people highlighted, there were going to be some layoffs, and them prices about to shoot up. But go ahead.
Exactly. And then it all depends on this regime in DC as well. They're probably they're going to lean on the DOJ as well to keep it from happening with for the Ellises. But Netflix was smart to where they locked it into place for at least 2 years. Like at minimum, it's going to be in the courts for 2 years. So no matter what the DOJ, the crooked DOJ, or anybody else try to do, it's sitting in court at that price for the next 2 years, and they can go beyond that to where they can just fit it out to where next administration comes into play. So I'm looking forward to talking about it.
We can talk about it now. What you got, BJ? What you think about
it? So I don't think that. Once again, I was just happy that it didn't go to Skydance. I think that because I know what they were trying to do.
Yep.
And I really do hope that the other channels go to Universal. As the TV channels, because that's the thing. Netflix was interested in the actual TV channel, so I hope all that goes Universal, and Skydance ends up with nothing. Because I know what they were trying to do. They wanted to get a hold of like CNN and turn it into Fox News, and that's all they wanted
just
to do.
Like they did CBS.
Yep. So it was going to be terrible, and it was going to be bad, and then any movies was going to be redone to fit an agenda, which, like I said, to me is dumb. The thing is, all this consolidation is bad overall for us as the consumers, because when these large corporations are taking over movie studios, they're not taking over from the standpoint of, we want to make good movies and we want to entertain people. It's how can we get the return on our investment? They put $82 billion into this. They got to make their money back. So the thing is, that means they're not going to greenlight some of these indie movies, or they may not be another Sinners. You know what I mean? Because even though Sinners was profitable, all the big studios think was, how can I get my next tentpole or blockbuster? So I need a movie to make $1 billion. Otherwise, it's a failure, because I need 82 of those $1 billion movies to make my money back. Then I'm thinking, if I make a John Wick for $40 million and it makes $200 million, I made a profit. A lot of times they're looking at, I need big money, and so I think it's going to kill a lot of smaller projects to focus on bigger projects, and we're going to get less stuff, because that's the thing. I think that's what usually happens is when they consolidate, instead of getting, the 10 movies that Columbia would do and the 15 movies that Sony would do, you get 8 movies total between the two studios, not combined, because they're trying to save money, consolidate, and focus in on fewer projects, and that's what's probably going to happen. That's the bad thing. I know that Netflix said that they're not going to stop doing theatrical releases. They also said, like, anything that was, they said anything, and somebody did bring up a point earlier, because they were talking about, like, well, they're like, what if it only goes to the movies for a month, a week or two or a month? And they're like, well, Superman was only in the movies for a month this time. Still made $600 million. So, I don't know. I think that they were already leaning toward going away from full-on theatrical releases, as we've seen. So we just got to see what's going to happen with that. But I think they've committed to at least leaving stuff in the theaters for the foreseeable future, because they said anything that was set to go to the movies is supposed to go to the movies. They're not going to change that. Now, all their stuff, they said, it's still going to be released on Netflix, and then what they were also talking about is, like, because even the Stranger Things, the finale is going to be in the movie theaters this time.
And there's another one. That ticket. I'm getting that ticket.
So we'll see. Like I said, we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm just happy it didn't go where it was looking like, and I think they paid enough over, because I think the Sundance was offering $23 per share, and they bought it for $20. Oh, they wanted to 30. I thought it
was 30.
Paramount pushed it up to. Paramount Skydance pushed it up to 30. That's why they're wanting to do that hostile dispute or whatever it is. It's because they said that the 30 per share it's more than the 82 billion overall.
But that was going to be for everything, and not just. So remember, they paying 82 for just the studio and HBO Max.
Not crazy.
Yeah. So, and that's what I'm saying. That they could turn around and sell, if they sell the terrestrial TV to Universal for another $40 billion. then it's an
Yeah,
overall higher
definitely.
package. So I think they'll be okay from that aspect. And I think that's one reason they carved that out, so that even though it was a lower dollar per share amount, it was still higher than that other offer.
Yeah.
What you think, LBA?
My thoughts is, is when Netflix made this move, they already said like Big J said, look, if you got a movie, even if it's a blockbuster, then they might change with certain blockbusters, but you got 20 to 30 days to come in on your profit. That's it. And then it's coming to streaming because they truly believe that the money is at home versus out and about. That's their philosophy. If you want to disagree with it, you can disagree with all you want to, but that's just how they feel. They rather have you at home, and I need more people to buy subscriptions so you can continue to watch the products. And to their, I guess, I mean, if you look at Knives Out could have been they could have been blockbusters in a sense. They keep them. They keep a lot of stuff on Netflix in a sense. Some of those movies are actually pretty good. But I guess my point, my thoughts is now that it's pretty much in the final procedure, like it's pretty much done. To me, you're going to get more viewer input. You're going to get more content from things that you probably didn't even think that it was going to have in a sense. Suppose you wanted more from the Matrix, you can get more. Netflix will probably give you more of the Matrix. Maybe not the movie, maybe a TV series or something like that. Netflix is always coming out with content. That's one thing that I think people are forgetting about this. Netflix always have something new, either a TV series or a movie, and then some of their products jump, like Stranger Things. That was a smash hit in a sense, in a sense. But that don't mean that they don't have other stuff. They always coming out with stuff. So now that they have the oversight to other projects that might be pretty much sat on, you know what I'm saying? They was like, no, we're gonna pump some content out, and they believe quantity over quality. We just get it out there and see what happens, see what sticks in a sense. And sometimes it's bad, but sometimes it's good too, in a sense. So it just depends on how much you're paying for it, and so on and so forth. So, whatever Netflix is doing, clearly is working. If we want to think, well, Netflix is, well, that motto of, hey, it gotta stay at home and be at home only. You gotta have damn the movie theater. Well, guess what? It got them enough to buy Warner Brothers. So obviously something is working. Something is working. They're doing something right. And I'm not saying it's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? I just know that it is what it is. And like I said, I'm looking at it from the HBO side. Does that mean that I get shorter turnarounds for maybe Game of Thrones projects and things like that? That possibly could mean what that means, and I'm here for it. Does that mean that I can get shorter turnarounds for uh, Lord of the Rings projects? I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan, but it's a lot of people that are. You know what I'm saying? They can push certain people to do things quicker than what they were doing because it's Netflix and they have the power to do so. And you can either like it or not. James Gunn, homeboy, get your product out. You lucky you already work fast. You lucky you a fast worker. That's why they say we ain't got no problems with James Gunn. James Gunn could do his thing. Why? Because they know James Gunn is going to constantly produce product. So he fits their model in a sense. It's just maybe shit. He already did it himself. Like you said, Superman was only in the movie theater for about 6 weeks tops, and then it went right to streaming in a sense. So he already fits what they were doing. It's just now it's a official partnership in a sense. So I'm liking it. I'm liking it for now. We'll see what happens, but we'll see what the packages, the pricing packages and all that. We see what they look like. We don't know right now, but we gonna pay for it. It's just it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get the one with the ads because that's the cheapest version. Big J is going to get the premium package as far as it has streamlined backstage access and all that stuff. That's what he's going to get. So we're going to give you two different perspectives from this merger. That's what I'm saying. In about a good year or so, we're going to give you two different perspectives. But no, that's just what it is. So I'm for it for now. Because I had no other choice but to trust Netflix because they spent $80+ billion. they have to be doing something right that I'm not saying right now. You know, those homeboy, it's time for you to get it. Big J, it's time for you to get Netflix. It's time for you to get it now. You got no choice now. You're gonna have to get it now. Go on now. Going on, spend that dollar. Spend one of them.
If you got HBO Max, Big J, you gonna have to get it.
Matter of fact,
you're
gonna get a hot toy of Netflix because Netflix is gonna come out with some type of
you get a hot toy in.
And you're gonna spend that on it because they need a mascot. There we go. They don't have a mascot. It might be Looney Tunes. You know how many people waiting for a Looney Tunes project that they don't have any? Like they just Warner Brothers just sits. They just sat on IPs. They just sat on them. Like, yo, get some Looney Tunes stuff out there. Why is all these other Disney recreating? Those been some flops like Snow White and stuff, but they're ushering out products and stuff like that, and we just sitting on the Jetsons and the Flintstones and BJ. You know the Flintstones and stuff. Don't you want to see that again?
Cancel the Cartoon Network.
You're talking about the Hanna-Barbera era
on products. So that's how I feel.
It's like the one in the 90s. But no.
Hey, Halle Berry.
Yeah,
we're not gonna do that. She was different in 95.
You know what? I'm not gonna talk bad about that. When I was a kid, I like that movie. The second one was trash. So the second one was trash.
It was the second one.
It was at Viva Rock Vegas.
Yeah, Viva Rock Vegas.
Oh, that joint. Oh, yes, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Dang. See, now you had to remember. He didn't want to remember that, man.
Thank you for the name, because I was not going to lay on Flintstones 2. You don't remember Flintstones 2?
Hit you with that neuralizer.
Rock Vegas or whatever.
No, I agree with y'all saying, man. You know who I would have preferred? Y'all know what I said. I said I prefer them not to sell to anybody, just because of what you said. Because keep everything separate, man. Because what that's going to end up doing, now you're going to have these studios combined. It's going to cut back on certain things now. Same thing happened with Disney, right? Once they cut back, once they combine, you start cutting back on, like say for example, the Marvel movies. You're not going to get a whole separate universe of X-Men movies and a whole separate universe of Marvel movies. Now they own both of them. You only can bring out like 1, 2, maybe 3 movies a year instead of having a total like 7 or 8 Marvel themed movies throughout the year because you got 2 separate studios. So that's going to be one of the things. I don't know. Well, I know Netflix is trying their best to turn it over to everything going to streaming or whatever. It's not a secret if the guy who runs Netflix has said that multiple times or whatever. But like I don't think they understand, man, that this that the movies is what make this industry run. Like you need the movie theaters. The movie theaters and stuff have to thrive. That's what makes this industry, not the streaming services. You make more money from a movie if you actually produce it and put it in the movies than you do from streaming. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who love Stranger Things already have Netflix. So not that you're gonna make more money from Stranger Things or whatever. But you're gonna make money now. Guess what? You're gonna make money from that Stranger Things movie. You're really gonna bring in an additional whatever you're gonna make from that movie. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference. But I know they said like, oh, everything gonna still be in the movies or whatever. But at the same time, you're talking about cutting the theatrical window. That's gonna hurt your pockets. You know, if you do that, instead of you doing it from a month that they kind of changed it to, now you're going to do it like 2 weeks or whatever. I think that I heard them talk about. There's no point in putting in the movie theater. Just put it straight on Netflix.
30 days.
17 to 30 days. So it's just like
17 to 30
you know what I'm saying? So if you cut it down to like 2 weeks or whatever, 17 days, it's like they don't put it in the damn movie theater then. You know what I'm saying? You're never gonna make no money off of that. And so I to be honest with you, I definitely didn't want Paramount to get it. I think everybody in Mama didn't want Paramount to get it. But I kind of didn't want Netflix to get it because now listen to the conversations that we're having out here right now. Like people are kind of nervous, like, yo, are they gonna start taking this stuff out the movie theaters and putting it on their streaming service and all that type of stuff? Like, because a lot of these movies, man, like it's a certain experience that you get from going to the movies, man, compared to you sitting at your house or whatever. And now these people got these folks programmed to where, like, I think I heard somebody say, you know, hey, we got this movie here. I'm not gonna watch it. I just wait 30 days, like BA just said, wait 30 days, and I can just stay at the house and watch it or whatever, right? People are programmed that way. We're trying to get people to go back to the movies that way that the industry as a whole can thrive again. But if you're gonna take it in, you're taking one of the most major studios, and now you're gonna put relegate it to just a streaming service, then that hurts the industry. So I don't know, man. I hope it works. We got, like being said, we got no choice. I hope it works. I'm just praying to God that from what we heard this guy say and how they move, that it does not affect this studio as a whole. But we'll see. What we said, BJ?
So, and I understand, and I agree that I prefer the movie theater experience. The problem that you do have, like we talked about before, though, is as expensive as the movie theater experience is nowadays. Let's say you go to movie, and get you and your girl popcorn and sodas. That's $100. You know, no, I did it. I did it a few weeks ago.
No. It's funny because it's true. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So it's like, you can go get a nice meal for $100. So it's like,
hey, no, sneak a meal in.
Yeah,
for half the price.
Now they frisky now. They have like a little scanner where they scan your whole body, like the airport for food. Nah,
that's right.
Yeah. They ain't checking for metal. You have all the guns in the world, but no, you coming in with is that a cheeseburger? Where you got fried chicken from? Yep, they tackling you. But that's what I'm saying. It's like it's too expensive. And then I don't think we even talk about it, but like the Cinemark by my house now, if you order your stuff, like I went, I walked in, I said, "Oh, let me just go get some popcorn." So I went to the little concession stand. Now they don't sell you the popcorn. Like if you buy the popcorn, they didn't turn around and hand me the popcorn. I had to go to the other side of the building where they have like the fulfillment area where they make everything. Man. So that took 20 minutes for them to make my popcorn because they're making all the other orders that they got from all the other places, plus all the orders online. And I missed all the trailers for the movie. And I'm like, kind of foolishness is this? Like, it would have been faster. You just turn around like they used to do and hand me a box of popcorn.
That's your fault, BJ. Go to YouTube and watch all the trailers before you get to the movie.
I was just like, who does that? But I'm saying it's like they're making it worse. They're making the experience worse.
You know why that is? Because they have to compensate for a lot of stuff. They got to cut back on staffing because, like I just said, if everybody's watching streaming, that's hurting the movie theaters, which is also hurting the industry as a whole. This is why you've been seeing a lot of people complaining about it. You've seen the James Camerons of the world and the Christopher Nolans of the world complaining about that, right? Remember when HBO was owned by AT&T? Remember when HBO? Hold on, let's stop. Remember when HBO was owned by AT&T, and the first thing they said was, "We're gonna cut the theatrical window down in half or whatever. We're gonna start doing more in theater and streaming at the same time." And you saw what all those different directors and actors and stuff started getting mad about that because they also know what that means for the industry as a whole. It's like, bro, you don't make your money off of the streaming, you make your money off of the movie theaters, bro. That's how the whole entire what's the name as a whole thrives, bro. How do you think Netflix and them make their streaming? How do you think they make their streaming? Where do you think that money actually comes from? It comes from the actual industry as a whole, as a movie theaters. But we can say, OBA.
I'm throwing a flag on the play. Look, what you said makes sense, but what Big J said also makes sense. So both things can be true. Before COVID, because that's where everything gets skewed, is after, during COVID and after. But before COVID, those ticket prices started to jump. And this is before, like, streaming wasn't like what it was. Like, it was still like, it's just something to do. But it wasn't like, like gouging or nothing like that. The popcorn, everything, it was like, the tickets used to be like, okay, a little bit on par with the food. The food is like triple times the tickets in a sense. So when you have that, and then like you say, you got a family of 4, a family of 5 that want to see a movie and stuff like that. That is a significant financial choice that you had to make in a sense to go to the movies versus, you mean tell me that I can just watch this at home and not have to worry about dragging my badass kids? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying people in general. I don't have badass kids. That's what people were saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like, and then they're going to be running around. They're not even watching the damn movie in a sense. I'm watching the damn movie more than they watching the damn movie. I done wasted my money.
Wife dealing with the kids not paying attention.
So that's that. So when you think of it from that angle and you say Netflix saying, I got to wait. You ain't got to worry about none of that stuff. It's hard for the average person to be like, you know what? Like, I get you, Rel, I get your point, but I could just sit home and watch this thing. I ain't got to worry about dragging my kids and stuff when they drop stuff. I can, hey man, 5-second rule, pick that up on the floor. Like they can do. I can do that at home. I can't do that damn at the damn nasty ass movie theaters in a sense. No matter, I got lazy boys. I don't need no damn reclining chair. I got lazy boys. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that's just what that's we can't forget that aspect of it. Yes, the movie theater experience is what it is. It's one of a kind in a sense, but these home entertainment systems that people are starting to have now, that I invested my money in as well to watch the movie once it get out of the movie theater to watch it again at home. Oh no, man, I might as well just watch it at home to begin with. It's just it could be the way of the future.
It probably is. I mean, I think it's probably inevitable at this point. But I think a lot of reasons why too. I think I've said this a million times. The overspending of on the budgets of these movies too. That what also hurts it too. I've been saying that for years. When you got these movies that's like paying over 200, people don't understand how that also affects it too. You know what I'm saying, with the ticket prices and all that stuff. That stuff goes up when you spending $400 million on a damn movie or whatever, and then the movie gonna turn around and make $200 million or whatever. What you say, BJ?
Well, like you're saying, like both of y'all saying, but the thing you got to take in mind too. So, if a movie goes straight to streaming, right? There's no marketing budget because you put it out on your stream. So, like they always talk about, the marketing budget basically doubles the production budget in some of these blockbuster movies. So, if you have a $180 million production budget, then you spend another $125-130 million on marketing and all your little deals, and then when you go to the movie theater, we always think about, oh, the movie made $400 million, but remember, the movie theater gets half of their money, and the studio gets the other half. So that's why you have to double, almost quadruple what your budget is to break even, because of, like I said, the movie theater getting, because the movie theater gets all the concessions. That's their big deal, but they also get, like I said, 50% of the box office. So
that's why the concession's so high.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have a movie that, like I said, like let's say Doomsday. Let's say the budget for Doomsday ends up being $450 million, right? And then you spend another $300 million on marketing. That's $700 million. It would have to make and then you go to the theater. I think it had to make around $1.4 billion to break even. You see what I'm saying?
Now, some of the movies you don't got to be doing no damn 300. Like Doomsday sell itself. You don't got to be doing no 300 billion on no damn. I mean, 300 million on no. No, but no. What you say? No, you're right. I'm just saying, like, you got to spend that much, bro, on no marketing, bro. Like, what everybody and mama know what the Avengers is. That's all they talk about on every news channel. It's the Avengers. Like, why do you have to spend extra 300 to market something that everybody already know?
But that's what I think. Think about it. So if you take away the marketing budget, so you take away the marketing budget and you take away the movie theater split, that's why they would sell a movie like Tomorrowland that did great on streaming with Prime, went straight to Prime because they ended up just selling the movie straight to them. And I think they spent like $200 million or $150 million on the production, sold it for like $200 million to Prime, and they made a profit.
Some of the George Clooney movie?
No, that Tomorrow War, the Tomorrow War movie.
With Chris Pratt.
It was Chris Pratt. They went straight to streaming, never went to, because they bought. I think they said they paid like $200 million for the movie, and went straight to streaming. Never went, and so they didn't have to worry about any of that. They had to worry about marketing. They had to worry about none of that because the streaming company took care of that, and the streaming company made all the money on it because they're like, hey, it's cheaper for us to do this.
I guess the last thing we don't know 100%. And if you do know, let me know, is because I was trying to ask Gemini and Gemini wasn't giving me a good answer. So, poo-poo on Gemini. But we don't know, what the time to watch a movie. Does that do anything for the streaming service? Like, if you click certain links and you stay on a link for a certain amount of time, that you can get something, you can get a kickback from that in a sense. It's, well, if did anybody extra buy Prime because of Tomorrow War? That's what I don't know.
So what they
don't really let that type of stuff leak out though.
Yeah. So what they do is they take the total subscription revenue divided by the total watch time, and that's how they allocate how successful a show or project or movie is for streaming. So like, that's why when they talk about, even like with the Snyder Cut, they, it have made 100 million hours of watch time. They look at the total watch time and then they look at versus all the watch time they have, and so they'll say, okay, well, this took a quarter of all our eyes for the month, and so they'll apply that toward the revenue that they made for that month, and then they can kind of determine whether or not that movie made money or not based on the streaming subscription, and if they had additional subscriptions during it. Because some people will do that, like when something's dropped, they'll get a subscription for that month, for the 2 months, and they're like, okay, well the subscription went up and we announced this movie or this show, like Andor. Andor had a ton of watch time, and so that's why they, even though they spent $650 million, I think they said on Andor, Andor had a ton of watch time. So did it make him any money? No, but it did bring prestige and probably won a bunch of awards, all that kind of stuff. So they also look at that too. Same HBO does the same thing with like Game of Thrones and all that other stuff, because it does bring eyes and awards to the channel. Sometimes it's worth it to lose money on the actual production part because it brings more overall viewers to your service, and it'll bring more people to stream the other stuff too.
All right, let's see. Really last two that we call the show, y'all. So I don't know why people root for Paramount to win. I want no parts of their agenda. Yeah, I don't. You know why. You know why some people root for it. You already know. Pluto says a whole bunch of animated stuff coming to these IPs from WB. Netflix loves anime and animation. Kind of go back what you said too, BA. I don't think I could be wrong, but I think WB sold Looney Tunes. I think.
No, so I know Animaniacs went to Hulu, but it was they licensed Animaniacs to Hulu. I don't think they.
But no. I'm talking about. I remember they were talking about something about, which is why we haven't saw a lot of Looney Tunes stuff through WB. They've been trying to sell that IP off or whatever, like completely sell it off, like somebody else can have it type thing. And I think they might have done it, but I can't remember the name of the group they were hoping to sell it to. It talked about like a few months back.
No, they still own it. I was looking at it right now. They still own it.
Oh, so they still got it? Okay. I gotta look that up too. I forgot that it was a group that was trying to buy it from WB, and you're talking about WB's been looking to sell them off or whatever, which is crazy.
Turner had them originally. They said Turner bought them, and then when Turner was acquired by Warner Brothers, then it all went. So they said it's still owned by Warner Brothers as of right now.
Because I think Turner owned them and I think Hanna-Barbera, right? Or was it WB owned them straight up? Matter of fact, did he sell Hanna-Barbera?
WB owns Hanna-Barbera too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
because Turner, so it was owned by Taft, and then Turner bought it in '91, and then
get more Gremlins. Get a whole bunch of more stuff, man. Netflix gonna get these things out here, man.
I can see it. But yeah, listen, man. Like I said, we did appreciate y'all, man, geeking out with your boys for another episode, man. Good show today, man. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts on any of the subjects that we brought up here on the show in the comment section below, man. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Also, to everybody, hit them likes for us, man, as we continue to try to build the channel up. And we'll catch y'all here on Tuesday, man. Go watch it. Welcome to Dairy. We're gonna see y'all on Tuesday. We're gonna have a spoiler discussion of that. So till then, man, it's your boy Real Cuz have to step away. We got Big J in the building and VA. Stay geeked, y'all. And we out.